Hey, yeah, this Jackie Brawls.
Hey, everybody, it's Dunlap
Hope
coming
y'all-
at you from.
Oh,
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you want to talk?
I just said hope everybody's doing all right, but who cares? One way or the other, I guess. As far as you're concerned, you just won't say whatever it is you got to say.
I didn't mean to step on you.
Well, I just trying to be polite there, hope everybody's doing all right. I
All
mean
right.
that sincerely.
Yeah. Me too.
Well, I know you were going to say something else.
No,
I
I was going to say that. That sounds nice. That's what I was going to say too.
You weren't going to say that. You going to talk about drinking or sex things or something else. I know you. Something on like that.
I like drinking. I like sex things.
All right.
I ain't going to apologize for that, Jackie.
I didn't ask you to apologize. I just asked not to hear about it. You can talk about that on your own time. Drinking's fine. If you drink a little bit, you go off and get in trouble, go to jail, everything else, think it's cute, think it's funny, and it's not. Pitiful.
What I was going to say was, I hope everybody there's doing great.
No, you weren't
Glad
going to say
to
that.
hope-
I said that I was going. I hope I'm going to say it now. You talked over last time.
Okay, go ahead.
It's Jack Bros, and I hope all y'all are doing all right out
Yep.
there. Hope everybody's doing okay, and
So-
I mean that sincerely.
Well, it sounds to me like you just aped what I was about to say.
No, I didn't.
Folks,
When
this is-
have you ever said that? I say stuff like that all the time. People come in and go in the store. Have a good day now. Hope you're doing all right.
Yep.
How's your mom and them? All over, I say all of that working
Right.
at that store.
And
You don't ever say
mean
nothing.
it one time you say it. You said
I
it so
s-
many times, it's just automatic, like a machine.
No.
Like a politeness machine.
Well, if it's a machine, it runs good because I care about those people. You know, there's people I don't really care about. I don't, it's not like I don't serve them, but I don't necessarily put on a hope you and your family's doing okay. Like, here you go, put that change in your pocket. That's it.
You don't say, what if their mama was real sick?
But if a mama's real sick, I'd say something probably. But other than that,
Ooh. Nice of you, Jackie. Somebody's mama on their
I don't care how
deathbed.
awful you are or how terrible you are. If you're losing your mama, I'm sorry. Now, if it was Osama bin Laden, the ISIS king, whoever, the king of ISIS, I don't know which one is. Which one's a king of ISIS?
I don't know that they've decided that yet. I don't know. I think there's an elaborate ceremony.
I
after
guess
they-
who's ever left with the head still on gets to be king. Is that how they run that over there?
It sounds. I haven't read their bylaws.
Well, I don't know.
I'm not a.
Now, if there's mama died, and I hope mama was a good woman, and I don't mean to say, you done something wrong if you raised them. Somewhere along the line, something didn't work out right because they out in the desert cutting
You
people's heads
know
off.
how teenagers are.
Well, that's what's going over there. People get on the phone, get on the computers, and how do I join up? Where do I sign up? Pitiful.
I'm glad I ain't that age anymore.
Little girls looking for husbands, but so if any of them, not the little girls, if their mama died, even though they ain't doing something right, I still wish, you shouldn't be joining up with ISIS, and I'm sorry your mama shit.
Sure,
I tell that.
Sexist.
How's that?
You tell a little girl you're sorry about her mama, but you wouldn't tell a little boy that?
Not
ISIS
a little
or
boy,
not.
because little boys are running. I'm talking about the head of King ISIS, who are all of them over. I
King
don't-
ISIS, you don't care about their mama. That's understandable.
No, it's not that I don't care about his mama. If something happens to his mama, I ain't going to say a word to him one way or the other. Wouldn't have nothing to talk to them about. They don't understand talking. I'm telling you that right now.
I wonder if that's a new superlative in teenagers' yearbooks these days, most likely to join ISIS. That could get racist. I was just talking about disillusionment and searching for answers.
It ain't yet. It's not racist. It's all different colors trying to join ISIS. White people,
I tell you what, high
Asian
school,
people, Asian, I think,
Yep,
some
they-
Asian people.
Sure, it's like Benetton over. I could not. High school is hard enough without having to learn how to cut people's heads off.
Yeah, you don't want to.
I had some summer jobs when I was growing up, and I tell you what, I'd work back down there at the damn barrel factory
Well,
before I'd join up ISIS. That just seems hard.
That's real work. No. Oh, you think
Yeah, ISIS is.
No, ISIS ain't getting cutting somebody's heads off. Is you what you
It
tell
ain't
me
easy.
which is easy? No, you cut someone's heads off. It's over and done with. You go down to barrel factory. You working hard all day. I don't like calling ISIS hard workers. I think they just give me a sword. There you go, done. And then they just snoot in and sit
But
around.
they got a damn line of people.
Not one man does all the heads, does he?
I ain't watched it.
I don't watch that stuff either. I don't know how it works.
I'm behind on Mad Men, too.
What? Mad.
So anyway, high school is hard, kids, but don't join ISIS.
Don't nobody join ISIS, and I don't want nobody's mama getting sick, except if ISIS, not the people going to join them, people already in ISIS. If their mamas get sick, you know, why don't you go home and take care of her, sit out there, run around the desert. That's all I got to say
Well,
to
then
them.
they'd be in there go, well, doctor, I hate to I hate to step on your toes, but as far as I'm concerned, the best way to handle this is to give me that sword.
Man, that's probably about right there. Yep.
So anyway, folks, I just wanted to start this off by saying hope you're doing well out there. Hope you're doing good. And,
Whatever.
God bless you, and put that change in your pocket.
That's what.
Welcome
Put
to
that,
Jackie's.
They ain't even. All right, enough. I'm going to do my sponsor. I got a lot to talk about on this one. And I'm going to do my sponsor and get it over with, get it out the way. Now, this is a good sponsor coming back again. And now, let me tell you this right off right now so you wouldn't irritate the hell out of me, even though you're already starting to. It's taking what I'm saying, being nice to people. You ain't never been nice to nobody in your life. But anyway, either way, because I knew I got a good sponsor, happy to have him back, flying off the shelves. Horse gravy is delicious. Everybody loves horse gravy. Now,
I do love horse gravy.
it's delicious. It's white gravy, brown gravy, and the same thing. Doesn't mix together. It don't matter what you dip it. You just dip bunny bread in it.
It comes out. It doesn't come out tan, mixed together, brown and white. It comes out brown and white with the stripes still on it. I don't know how they do it.
I don't know. It's like oil water. Won't mix. I don't know how it is. But it's both delicious, so it don't matter whether it mix. Tastes better separate, I think. That's why it's good. It's together but separate. But it's delicious. But now last time I told you he used to write these little things or whatever, little I call them plays. I don't know, radio plays. Like I had in the old days, or commercial, commercial, obviously can't see. And he gave it to me, and I told him, say, ain't no actor. He said, "Don't, that's fine. Go ahead and read it." And I read it, did that a couple times. Now, last time, he for whatever reasons, he's in a hurry. Don't need to get in all that. He just didn't have time to write one up. Now, I offered to read the old one again. You didn't want me to do that. You made me make something up, so you trying to irritate me. So I cut you off at the pass this time. He didn't give me nothing this time. But
Wait, why didn't he give you nothing this time? What was going on?
He got to unload this stuff and get to the next store.
But does he not realize how important the ad copy, the little radio script he gives you for these commercials is in selling horse
It
gravy?
ain't important to nobody but you. You just like to irritate me.
It's
That's it.
very important. Jackie Days, you cannot have.
Well, I got it. So shut the hell up now. I don't want to hear it. Because I knew you going to start something. He didn't give me nothing, and you going to make it up or whatever. And I just wrote it myself.
So he didn't write one out on the trunk of his car like he usually does.
He got a job in the evening. He's got to get that truck all over Murfreesboro, back up to Smyrna, and up into Nashville, then turn around, come all the way back to Murfreesboro, and get to work on time. That's why he's wearing a suit and everything else, briefcase in the car.
Wait. So his job, he's got a separate job? He's got a
This
job.
is horse gravy was a dream of his.
All
He's
right.
not a he's working on making it. What is it? Government approved, whatever. I don't know why government has to.
So he just runs
the
this out
nose
of
into
his
everything.
garage or something, right?
He's something, a recipe he passed down, something like that. I don't know. It's like a beans where the dog gonna tell the recipe all the time, except, it ain't
Except
that.
it's a talking horse instead of a talking dog. You think he ripped that dog off when he come up with this?
Horse and a dog, two completely different animals.
Well,
And
I know that.
he ripped every commercial off then if he'd ripped that one off, because there ain't a commercial hardly ever comes on TV anymore without a pig talking, dog talking, a fish, anything. It ain't the dog talking on the beans wasn't the first damn time an animal talked in a commercial, that's for sure.
It was a breakthrough moment, though.
What do you mean a breakthrough moment?
Yeah, just the way they did it, and it was about beans. It just all worked together to kind of congeal.
Whatever, it's a commercial is the point. It don't matter. Don't saying he's ripping off whatever. He ain't ripping off nothing. He come up with his own idea, and he wrote it up. He just busy now. He got to get in the back. He got to load all that in, get all the way up to all the other stores up in Nashville, turn back around, up the edge of Nashville, turn back around, and get back here and get to work.
You know what his day job is?
It's his night job. I told you, did not hear? He's running during the day.
Oh, he's running during the day.
He works in the evening.
Wait,
It
what
ain't a day
night job do you have where you got to wear a suit? Does he work at a hotel? Is he
I
at the
don't know.
desk?
Something on the phone. I don't know.
He got a briefcase and a suit, and he works at night.
He's something phone technique. I don't know. Will sell
What?
things on the phone or runs.
Why
runs
you need a briefcase to do
He
that?
runs he's in charge of in the room, looking at everybody else around the room, calling people. Whatever that job is. I don't
Even
know.
then, if you've got a telephone sales job,
I ain't here to talk about his damn job. Who gives a damn what he wears?
I don't know why you would need a briefcase unless that's where you're keeping like the court dates of the other people that work there with you. Like if he's a supervisor, he's probably got a giant calendar in there. He's like, well, Earl's going to be off on this day, and then this one can't go out. He's got the thing on his ankle that only lets him. He can come to work and he can go home, but he
I
can't.
don't know either. Then, yeah, that's something there. Yeah, I don't know either. Why don't you sit there and think on that for a while and keep your mouth shut?
I
Let me do the
will.
sponsor and get it over with. Just let me just do it. I wrote this in myself because he wasn't available, and I know you're going to run your mouth, so I just sat down. I've written a poem or two in my time. I don't know why I can't do some whatever this is.
Well, it does
too.
have a horse in it.
Yeah, it's got a horse in it, yeah.
Most of your poems are about horses. Or
Some of
riding
them are,
horses.
some of them aren't. Goats, animals, I like animals. You got a problem with that?
I know you like animals.
Well, why don't you keep your mouth shut?
I know you want me
Keep
to
your
keep my-
damn mouth shut and let me do the thing. And then you can run it as long as you want. Just shut your mouth.
That is a deal.
I had enough of this. All right. This is, let me just read it here. I wrote it up. Let's go.
And let me just set the stage.
No, it ain't no setting the stage. I'm going to
You-
read the piece of
you
paper. Here's
wrote
the
this
stage.
yourself. Usually he
I-
comes in, he wrote
writes it himself.
Last time he didn't
wasn't
write it,
able
you
to.
got
He was in a
mad.
hurry. He had to get to work. He had the same thing this weekend. So
Uh-huh.
I said, you got something right up? And he said, no. You say whatever. Just, I appreciate your help. He gave me $25 and appreciate the good work. I got to get to work. That's the end of it. That's it. He got to go. He just didn't have time. Now, I did suggest to him last time, which I guess went through one ear after the other, that, why don't you do it sometime during the week so you ought to have it done, and you don't have to at the last second ain't got time to do it. But,
What'd he say to that?
he didn't say, he said, whatever, and got in the car and left.
Well, how long did this take you to write up?
It's going to, not near as long as it's going to take me to evidently read the damn thing.
All right, well, you better get on with the show.
Oh, God. Good Lord, I'm going. All right, here I go. Horse gravy. The son and the mama sit down with Dad. It was supper time, but no one was glad. They was real people, not horses, real. Just everyday humans sitting down for a meal. But the mama can't cook. She flunked home ec, and the boy and the daddy wouldn't eat a speck. Mama looked up to the heavens and said, "Won't somebody save me?" And what you need, little miss, is a jar of horse gravy. Said the horse coming in that was regular size, tall, not like a chuck wagon that runs down the hall. So that's horse gravy. It's all over here. I think they in the store selling it that ain't selling it here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, and also in Smyrna and up at the just up, east Nashville, I think is what you call it.
That was interesting the way you did that. Innovative. Usually the stage directions don't rhyme; it's just what the people say rhyme. But you made the stage directions rhyme, what the people say rhyme, and then you also made rhyme some of the confusion, clearing up the confusion we've had about whether the family is horses.
It ain't we that has
whether
confusion.
they're people.
It's you. You are confused. You perpetuate confused is what you are all the time, everywhere you go. Had enough of it.
But I like that this time I walk away knowing 100% that's a family of people, not horses. The only horse is the one that comes in. Where'd he come in from this time? It didn't say. Usually he comes in from the kitchen or comes up to the window.
I know you're just saying this to wind me up, but he could have made that more clear on his things. It seems like I had to take the initiative to explain that the horse was although he did stress it, it was not written, as well as it could have been. As far as I'm concerned, letting you know that the characters are real people. They're not horses. The horse comes in, and also the horse, is a regular-sized horse. He ain't
that was another thing I loved about it, because
it's not a cartoon either. It's not a cartoon. Because, first thing you probably think when you hear it, if nobody says what it looked like, if it's a horse coming in talking, obviously,
it's cartoon.
Food,
I was
cartoon.
thinking it was like Yogi Bear looking, like, where how a lot of those Hanna-Barbera.
It could be, I guess. I never saw it such as, Mr. Ed, and what they do with computers now, they made every animal talk on the farm, and that babe. So I figured probably like it, but who knows how youngins think anymore? I don't know.
So that's...
I don't know if that's the audience he's going for either.
These young people? No.
Well, hey, anybody that likes to eat, young people eat. I seen children just as big as any adult. You see fat little children doing a lot of eating. They must love it. I say that. Ain't going to hurt them to have no gravy either.
What's the fattest kid you ever saw?
What do you mean the fattest kid I ever saw?
Like not in a circus, but like at Walmart.
I didn't see none of the circus. What do you mean at Walmart? There's big people around here. I'll be the first to admit it. Big people everywhere, probably, but around here, it's probably big people. Now, I had relatives big. You say something went to mine. I ain't going to name no names, but I remember he fell back in the door. I ain't thought about this in years. He a relative. I ain't going to say how, which side, anything like that. And it was one of them Thanksgivings, whatever. And the screen door was closed, and he fell back in it. Hard to stand up. Big people, wobble over. It's hard to carry all that around. It's difficult. And he went back, and his whole rear end filled up that bottom screen, and he couldn't get the door off of his rear end. It fell back into the door. He couldn't get up either because couldn't pick up a weight of himself, and that door stuck on the rear end. That just one best Thanksgiving, Christmas, whatever it was. I never forget laughing at that.
Jackie, that was me.
Oh, well, that's right. It was
I was 9
you.
years old. Mama was shacked up with the district supervisor from
I
Penny.
thought that
I came over to
I
your
knew
house
it was
for
one of the
Thanksgiving.
youngest niece, nephew of you, one of them.
You laughed so hard you sprayed cranberry sauce all over the table.
Yeah, I never forget that. You was the funniest. You then, yes. To answer your question, you was the fattest little boy I ever have seen in my life. That's when you started. I mean, you never got skinny, but you ain't that big. After that, you lost about a good, I'd say, 30, 40 pounds for a young'un, but you was still, you was still big, but not big like that, which is good. So if me laughing at you probably save your life a little bit.
Well, that was when Mama was shacked up with the district supervisor from Penny's, and she was gone, and Daddy was on the road. I can't remember if he was drunk or at church.
One of the
That was when I first came to Granny's, and she was working all the time, dating around. And so I was just eating all she had. She'd won that contest where she got all that butter.
Yeah.
So I was just eating butter.
Well, I remember she give me something selling in the store. She'd come down here. She had butter all in the back of the trunk of the car or something. Yeah. She said, if you got hungry, you help yourself to it. And I said, sure.
Yeah, I remember.
I'd give you a barbecue sandwich if you want one. It's not like I didn't, but you wanted that butter.
I wanted that butter. It wasn't a hardship.
I said, don't you want to eat something hot, warm, like
No.
that? He'd get back in the cooler. It's before beer, before he's old enough to drink a beer, which wasn't too long after that.
It's just butter I wanted.
Butter. He'd get in that cooler, just get a fistful of it.
All I wanted was the butter. And it was great because it wasn't she won the contest and then that was all I had to eat. I came into this situation craving butter, trying to get it whenever I could. And then Granny won that butter contest, and then suddenly there was just butter everywhere. And it was probably a dream come true situation until I got so fat.
We weren't in shortage of butter around, I know your family, and I'm sure other people who know your family, but we all had butter for a good year and a half, couple of years, I'd say. Never was hurt for butter, no.
I wish I could say I can't even look at butter now, but I still want it. I want it. I wish I had some on my tongue right now.
You can put a little butter on whatever it is you're eating.
Like a pat of it.
But, yeah, pancakes, biscuit, whatever, butter's good on everything. You just eat it like a candy bar. You'd have a whole stick. You either spoon, get out of the tub, or just get a whole bar.
Yeah, we had it in
butter, stick of butter,
tubs.
Yeah. Eat it like a candy bar.
Yeah. So that's horse gravy.
That's my sponsor, Horse Gravy, yeah.
Jackie, I got a sponsor this week. I think you're really going to like them.
I don't know about that.
You always say that, and you always wind up really, really getting into it.
I don't.
Jackie, what is it that America is more obsessed with than anything else that they're obsessed with? I'll give you two choices.
What?
Sex.
All right.
Or technology? The answer, both.
What?
You ever heard of Tinder?
Tinder?
You ever heard of it? Grindr?
I don't know what grinders. I mean, the stone grinder.
Tinder is to find a sexual or romantic partner. Grindr is the same thing. Tinder is for heterosexual.
What are you talking about?
Grindr is for homosexual.
All right, I don't need to know what either one of those are.
What you do is you get on your phone and a picture comes up, and you can swipe to the left or you can swipe to the right. You say, I want to do her. I want to do him. You swipe it, and within seconds, you can be boning.
All right, I don't.
That is how you find love in 2015.
Well, I feel sorry for everybody looking for love. It's like that old song, looking for love in all wrong places. You're looking in your phone. I don't know what's come to the world. I don't know.
Do you think that song was maybe a terrifying glimpse into the future?
Hell, I don't know.
Probably not. Folks, if you are sick, however, if you are sick of the prospects you're finding on Tinder, OkCupid, Coffee Meets Bagel, Grindr, I don't know the other gay ones, but I'm sure there's a bunch.
What a gay one?
I don't know the other straight ones.
You talk about computer dating, where you send in your picture and somebody sends.
Yeah, that's how it works on Perfect Strangers. I'm talking about the world we live in now.
Well, I don't know anything. They go on Perfect Stranger. You go in and get a videotape of him. He'd sit there and he'd ask him questions. He'd answer it, and then they show ladies the videotape. None of them said nothing like it. No.
Exactly, Jackie. That's why it's time for a new app, a new way to find love, and a new way to bring it back to the farm movement. Back to the farm, the simple life. Put it all back. Let's just get back to where we grew our own food and we got eggs from our chickens, and then we shook their hands and said, time for breakfast. And chicken said, I'm going to have this worm. Said, I'm going to have this egg from your butt.
What?
Make your own candles. 2015. Back to the farm and back to love and sex. And that's what brings me to my sponsor today, Farm Boyer.
What?
You've heard of Grindr, you've heard of Tinder. This is Farm Boyer.
Farm Boyer?
You know our former sponsor, Farm Boy app. Sort of like Siri.
The thing on the phone that screams at you.
Yep. Let you know all about how to get back to the farm.
It don't know the first thing about it. If you talk about the same thing, I don't know what else it could be. The thing on the computer scream at you don't know the first thing about anything back in the old days. Don't make any sense.
Living a simple life. And that's what Farm Boyer is helping you find a partner
What?
to make candles with.
I don't know.
To get some bees with. Because if you want to get it wet on a farm, then you're going to have to turn to Farm Boy or let me just turn this app on here. So let's see. You just pull it up here and you turn it on. Farm Boy. There we go.
Oh, hell.
So I just mentioned what it is I'm looking for. You just say it. You hit the little microphone here and you say you tell it your likes, your dislikes, your dreams, a little bit about your history. You try to be funny, try not to be creepy, and then Farm Boy does the rest. So Farm Boy, I am horny. You telling me I'm down here in your pocket, next to your thing. Farm Boy.
All right. I don't want to hear that thing. I ain't going to listen to this.
And then, Jackie, Farm Boy is taking care of you. He is looking for the perfect match. So all you got to do is just wait, and then eventually you'll get an alert, and you'll know that... Get them hogs in the house. That is my alert.
Don't make any sense. Get the hogs in the house.
So, Farm Boy, did you get me a good one? This farm gal is strong as an ox. Pull the plow when the mule gets sick. Sew by candlelight. Got good butter churning hands. Oh, butter churning. I don't know, Farm Boy. What's she look like?
It's a waste of time.
What are you talking about, Jackie? Farm Boy, how's she look? I do. Farm Boy. I don't know, man. I mean,
it's just...
Look at them titties, Farm Boy.
Hey.
Look.
I ain't going to listen to that. I'm telling you right now.
Jackie, don't make Farm Boy mad. He's in the barn and the hogs are in the house, Farm Boy.
Hogs don't need to be anywhere in the house. It doesn't make any sense. I'm not going to listen to this. Just turn the thing off. It ain't doing you a bit of good. It ain't doing nobody any good.
I'll say... Maybe Jackie has a point, Farm Boy. It's weird judging people purely on their looks. I'm also interested in their lack of sexual standards. She's sex positive into all body types and hungry for cock, Farm Boy.
All right, enough. I'm not going to listen to that. I don't want to hear any of this.
Farm Boy, I don't want to hear no old man mouth, Farm Boy.
Enough. Watch your mouth. I ain't going to listen to that thing. Sit there and run me down.
I don't know, Farm Boy. I may just farm swipe left on this. And what you gonna do? Sit home, pull your putt all night? I don't know. I might. I don't know. You got to get back out there, Farm Boy. Everybody tells me that. Look, but Farm Boy, it says right here, no hookups. She means washer-dryer hookups. Oh, in case we get cum all over our clothes, you know to bring quarters.
Enough.
For the laundromat.
That's it. Enough of this.
Shit, son. She'll take them splooge clothes down to the creek with a washboard and a cake of lye soap.
All right. I'm not going to listen to this. Enough.
I'll come over there and knock the hell out of you.
Hey, I'll come over here and throw...
I'll knock the teeth out of your mouth. They're skittered across the floor like Skittles.
What? Skittles?
Throw a whole handful of Skittles across the linoleum floor.
No, I don't throw it.
Skittle.
Hey, that's what you're going to sound like when I grab a hold of that thing. I'm going to grab a hold of that thing and throw it everywhere. You be skittle, scatter, whatever you say it is, all over in here. Take that thing and throw it in the damn river.
All right, Farm Boy, I guess you have a point. Farm swipe right. Farm Boy!
Har.
Ah,
All right. I guess I just wait now. We just wait till we get an alert,
what?
and then I find out how hot this farm chick is for me. And
Get them hogs in the house.
there's my alert. Well,
That don't make
farm
any...
boy, is it my place or hers?
Rejected, Von Bar.
What? Rejected? Why would she reject me?
She says no fatties, Von Bar.
Well, shit.
Von Bar.
Hey, look at there. You see him? Well, open your damn eyes in. It's the old-timey country down-home red state update podcast and them. Coming to you from a bunker underneath Jackie's Market in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And here they are, both of them.
Hey, Jackie Bros.
Hey! Y'all know me. Dunlap.
Yep,
Back in years.
yep. That's you.
Right in your ears. Jackie, how you doing this week? I know you had a bit of sad news.
Well, everybody
Set
had a little bit of sad news. We lost old Leonard Nimoy.
Leonard Nimoy gone.
Now, and some of y'all who listen on here know I like it. I don't like any other kind of space stuff. I don't like Star Wars. That's just a bunch of noise and you know, blobs moving around as far as I'm concerned, whatever it is, colors. Star Trek, I used to watch down here at the store. We always watch it. You come on midday, we turn it on TV. We always enjoy it, even if it's one we already seen. It's always fun to watch. I like old Star Trek, because even when they had monsters on there, it wasn't all about the monster. You had real people come in and say things that make sense. You know, people understand. There's a few things like that on there, but I like old Bones and Kirk. And, of course, old Spock. So we already miss old Bones. And now I got to miss old Spock.
Sometimes people come in, they're real people. They're just painted a different color.
But it's still somebody. Yeah, it's a person, yeah.
But it ain't like he got a snout.
And stories make sense, like Gangster Planet or Nazi Planet. You know, things simple. It's not on the fifth reason the star, blah, blah. All that stuff they just go on and on about on other space stuff. I don't care about any of that. Just say, here we're going down to Gangster Planet. Here's where the Nazis live. You know, I can follow that. I know what that means.
Did you ever watch Next Generation?
No, I don't care for that one.
What about Deep Space Nine?
I like old Star Trek. That's it. You can sit here and name every space thing ever was. I don't know what it was. I know what Star Wars is just because I've heard little children scream about it since 1970, whenever it come out. Children ain't quit screaming about that mess.
Well, these new ones coming out, Jackie, so they're going to scream
They
about
gonna scream about it forever. I know, like Mickey Mouse, everything else. Seems like just people get over something eventually, but I guess not. I don't know.
It is like Mickey. It's our Mickey Mouse. Star Wars is our Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
So this puts Mickey Mouse. This puts Star Wars in about the era. Star Wars been out about 40 years almost.
Didn't you tell me Mickey Mouse bought all that Star Wars?
Mickey Mouse owned Star Wars.
Yeah,
so I
see,
guess
it's the same thing.
That's where.
And the funny books too. They do funny. You said all the funny book movies you go see.
That's where.
See, it's the same. That's the point. It's the same stuff. Always has been. Back when I was a little boy growing up, is Mickey Mouse, Pluto, Snow White. Those three. And that's nowadays. It's Star Wars. What is it? Vader. I don't know the names. The main one. Is him and the gold one. I don't know the names, but I do know old Spock, Kirk, and McCoy. I'll never forget those names, and some of the others on there too.
Do you know their names?
Huh? The other one's on there?
Yeah, you just said you'd never forget their names, and then I thought you were
I
going to name
said
them.
some of them I know. I know Sulu, I know.
Mm-hmm.
Who does the engine? That's Scott. I know all the names. Scotty. He's got the accent. And then I can't. Uhura, she's on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, space phone, whatever
Like
they call
space
it.
operator.
Yeah, space operator. What she is. I guess that's it. I don't know. Different ones come and go, come back a few times, like Spock's daddy and mama come on there a few times. Can't remember who else mom and daddy's is on there. I think just his. I don't remember Chekhov. That's one. Russian one. Chekhov's. I never seen his mom and daddy on the show. Kirk mom and dad. I'm sure some of their mom and daddy's dead. But just that is. But I don't remember any of those shows where their mom and there may be one I just don't remember. I'm getting up in age. But Spock was the only one that had mom and daddies come on the show.
And now Spock, he's gone on to be with his mama and daddy.
Well, Leonard Nimoy, who played on the show, was a good show.
Right, Spock ain't dead. They got a new Spock in the movies.
Yeah, they start all over that. The new one's too fast. I can't.
Slow down, movies.
Well, that's what I don't know about all movies, but Star Trek's slow. That's why I can keep up with it. Slow. Star Trek slow. They walk from this room to the other room. They ain't in a hurry. Sometimes they run, but most of the time they just walk around, talk down the hallways. Keep up with the conversation. There's new Star Trek, everybody in a hurry to get the running and the camera moving and the lights flashing. I can't. Make me sick. I can't watch that stuff. But old is good. Now, Leonard Nimoy, him and Bones and who else is gone? They put one of the ashes up in space.
I think that was Scotty.
Scotty put his ashes in space, yeah.
That sounds nice.
Well, I mean, that's something from being on that show years and years ago. Now, they did movies and whatnot, I know that, but I mean, that's one of the, what do you call, perks or whatever.
You get your
Space show.
ashes
If
blasted
you
into
want
space.
it, now watch when old George Lucas dies, they'll put him up in space. You'll see. There's certain people, they're going to shoot their ashes off in space. I guess anybody do it. Men there, if you got $1 million, pay someone for a rocket, you can shoot it in space. But, there's going to be people like Scotty, who else in space? I don't know all the names. They're going to put all their ashes in space.
Any of them does. The guy does C-3PO's voice. They shoot him up there.
Well, they ought to save one trip, make it one thing. Like it's not going to, because Scotty went by himself, but because that costs money to shoot this stuff up in space. The last one that holds on, whoever plays the bear, whatever, I don't know all the names on it. Wait till when they're all gone, then put all the ashes together, shoot it up one at the same time.
You could even put, like, when costumes start falling apart and stuff, just burn all that up and put that in ashes and just send it all up there.
As long as it's all together. Let's say one of them wrote, I don't know the names. One of the black one, the mean one.
Darth Vader?
That one there, the main one. Whoever did him, I don't know. I know the voice, the actor, but I don't think he was in the suit. I don't know enough about it. But, the voice CNN guy, he did the voice on that monster. But if let's just say he dies last, right? He outlives everybody else. They've been waiting, gearing up for this. Once you go, they put you in the bucket or base or whatever, probably be a spaceship, something like, something space to put him in. And he's the last one to go. Then you get the rocket revved up, shoot it off.
They ought to have a museum up there with their graves. Instead of burning the costumes, they put the costumes in the museum. Elon Musk set this up. You get to fly up there. That's where you go in space. Everybody's talking about we're going to send people in space.
Ain't nothing to see up there. That's
Nothing
what
to see up there. Put some tourist traps up there. Put a Star Wars museum. Put a Star Trek.
Graveyard, yeah.
Star Trek graveyard up there.
Not Star Trek. Now, some of them people may not want to be in space.
It doesn't matter.
Well, no, it matters. I
Nope.
don't think Leonard Nimoy is putting him in space.
Well-
Surely, if he wanted to be in space, they'd be shooting him in space. If they shoot Scotty up in space, Surely they'd be shooting Spock's up in space, so he don't want that. He just won't be regular, put me in the ground.
So you think whoever shoots people up in space had a list and they were working their way down, they kept getting rejected until they got to
No,
Scotty?
I don't say that. I'm just saying,
Start with Nimoy.
If Scotty if he asked to go to his ashes go to space and they say yes, like they going to turn around and tell Nimoy no?
Who would they tell no? Like, let's say, how
If
people
they
go
send
these...
Scotty up, that's probably all of them in, I'm guessing.
Right, but what if you were, played Spock's daddy, or what if you played the man with the tribbles or whatever, or you played
I'm sure they would discuss
Nazi,
it at least.
space Nazi on alternate Earth? What if you played one of them?
If you play bad guy, it's going to be harder for you, I'm guessing. If somebody good, like Tribble Man, he's bad. People that are good.
Like
Send
if
them.
you have a table where you
I
sign
know that
autographs at a convention, should you be able to get your ashes shot into space? Who makes that decision?
I don't know who makes a decision. I know they sent one up in space is what I'm saying. And if they sent him, they would send. If he wanted to go, they would send old Spock. But he don't. I know the difference between somebody playing something on a show and something in real life. A lot of people don't. Now, some people watch that stuff, not necessarily Star Trek, but sees, how people act police or something like that on TV. Ain't nothing like that.
Well, a lot of people upset at William Shatner, a.k.a. Captain Kirk.
Yeah.
Who is not going to Spock's funeral, Leonard Nimoy's funeral.
I don't seem right to me. I don't know.
Well, he said he got a charity event, Jackie. He can't cancel.
There's a charity event anytime. If you want to find a charity event, trust me, you can get on the phone right now and find a charity event to go to, especially if it's somebody like Captain Kirk. There ain't no charity going to turn him down. So if it's all about charity for him, he can do it the next day. It seems like old Captain Kirk's go to Spock's funeral. That's all I'm saying.
I can pretty much guarantee you they do not want Captain Kirk at Spock's funeral. He's going to turn it into all about him. When William Shatner shows up somewhere, that's why he doesn't go to funerals. Or Sulu's wedding, he gets mad if it's not all about him.
Yeah, may be the case there, yeah. Yeah, Spock don't need him there to begin with.
I don't want to come down too hard on William Shatner. He's catching enough grief as it is on Twitter. Twitter has turned into a weird place now where you can demand who goes to whose funeral.
What, Twitter's?
On the Twitter, that's where everybody's like, you should, hey, you ain't going to that funeral, you son of a bitch? Like, that's odd, isn't it? Used to, if somebody, let's say, I don't know who died first, Tony Randall or damn Quincy?
I think Quincy lived long. He was sick, but he lived sick for a long time.
So let's say Quincy didn't go to Tony Randall's funeral. And
Yeah.
maybe in the newspapers, if this all happened before Twitter, I can't imagine Jack Klugman tweeting, but it could have happened.
Well, see, he wouldn't come out and announce it. That's the thing. That's where you get in trouble. Your funeral's supposed to be private anyway. Now, I still think he should be there. If it happened around here, somebody we knew, you see, so-and-so didn't show up. You kidding me? He didn't even come for visitation. Didn't ever come by the funeral home. Well, I'll be. But you don't even find out about it till, 3 or 4 days later.
Now you don't even get a chance to snub
But
somebody.
he's the one, it seemed like he wanted everybody to know. Now, I ain't going to go to this funeral. Let me tell you right now. Let me make this clear. I ain't going. Just to come out and tell people. I mean, is it people going to be there taking pictures at the funeral? I never understood that, why people do that, but
taking pictures at funerals?
Yeah.
Of dead bodies?
yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah, that's some people do it in the family and stuff like that. I don't remember somebody in the casket.
I don't even want a picture of you living.
What?
Living.
All right.
And I've been saying for years that I ain't going to your funeral.
I
And
don't.
nobody gives me grief.
I'll be dead. I'll be up in heaven doing just fine with the Lord. I care less whether you come or not if you're going to be that way. Don't turn it into this because I don't give a damn. I'm just saying it's strange Captain Kirk don't go to Spock's funeral. Now, he was at I know the difference between movies and real life. But when you think about Star Trek, you think about them, you know, he got the ears on, he's a captain, that sort of thing. And he goes to every one of Spock's funerals. In the show, in the movies,
He gets real upset.
he does. He cries, which is understandable. I mean, that's not even saying anything bad. They were good friends. But I can't remember how many times Spock died in the movies. But every one of them, he was standing right there by that casket, space, shooting for a shot it out space.
Well, maybe that's it. Maybe he thinks, well, I've already done this. I don't need to go to another one of these.
Yeah, whatever. I don't know.
I'm gonna go in Florida and play some charity golf or whatever.
Just seems a little strange to me. It's free country. You do what you want to.
Yep.
He's okay with his decision, and I ain't got nothing to do with it. I didn't know either one of the men. But I'll miss old Spock. It's not like he was doing. Well, I guess he was, wasn't he? He's in one of the fast-moving ones.
Mm-hmm.
We went and saw that, and that's the only time it slowed down.
I think they couldn't keep that pace up. It'd kill him.
Well, I know.
Sorry.
But he was up in age. I mean, he had a good life, or seemed to. I don't know the man personally, but it seemed like a nice fella. Real good doing Spock. That's how I remember him, know him, yeah. He used to do that old show, too. What was it? What was the name of that show? He'd look for Bigfoot, whatever.
In Search Of.
In Search Of. I remember that come on, yeah. He looked for Bigfoot. What all they look for? I can't remember. Loch Ness Monster.
I think things like Bermuda Triangle, they were
Yeah,
looking for
look
that.
for that, yeah. Titanic. Didn't they look for Titanic?
That, I'm
yeah.
sure. I don't know if Chupacabra was a thing around then, back in.
Yeah.
That may be too new for them.
Abominable Snowman. That's one to look
they
for.
look for that?
That same thing I always thought was Bigfoot, except in the snow. It had to give it a different name.
I figure they're cousins.
I don't know if any of that's true or not. You know.
They're related, I'm pretty sure.
Well,
Well, I'm sorry about Leonard Nimoy, Jackie. I know you.
well, I can watch. You know, he ain't done a new. Those shows are how old now? They're old shows he's on.
Yeah, real old.
For a job that long ago, still being known for it, and everybody loving you and thinking you did a good job. They did a real good job on that show. But that was it. He worked a little bit back in. He done a lot of other stuff, but that's what it's known for. So if those shows been around and I watched them over and over again, as long as I have, I'll just keep on watching them. I don't think anybody going to stop me. And by the time it's time for me to go on up to glory, I'll be seeing them again that way. So he ain't left me, and
You'll be seeing them in heaven?
I hope so.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. Other news besides Spock dying, Jackie. CPAC was...
We didn't get to go.
We did not get to go. Last
year.
year we were live at CPAC. This year, I just looked at Twitter some and seen what everybody was talking
Yeah,
about.
we want to ask back if I remember correctly. That's what you said. They didn't have no booth for us, no place to talk to, nothing like that.
No, well, I think we were about to get in. And they bumped us for the Log Cabin
Let
Republicans.
them come back in. That's
the
right.
last
They pushed
minute.
up.
So,
They had
Senator
atheists there, too.
had atheists.
They let the atheists come, but they won't let Red State Update come. That's what this world is. Even the CPAC is turning liberal.
Just because I had atheists? There's lots of atheists who hate Obama. Lots of them who look at him and say, how can there be a God? He's making new atheists every day.
Well, now, if I didn't have faith, I agree with him there, because there's plenty of times I get that, but I get faith. And when you get to asking yourself those questions, how in the world, and then you just have to turn it over, as I say, turn it over to the good Lord.
Why do you allow cancer? Why did you allow, 2008 maybe, but again?
Yeah. That's what you call faith. Got to have faith that the Lord knows what he's doing. You just got to.
Got to have faith. That's what
Yes.
George Michael said.
Who?
Senator Rand Paul took top honors
He always does.
at the CPAC straw poll. Them Paul boys always win.
But that's when it don't matter none. If Rand Paul has won it, how many years in a row him and his daddy won it for? I don't know how far back. So why does anybody even announce who the winner is? Because obviously it don't mean a damn thing.
Well, it gets even worse. In 2012, winner was Mitt Romney.
What?
So this year, the CPAC straw poll was Rand Paul number 1. Fast, coming up fast behind him, nipping at his little heels. Can you imagine how Rand Paul's heels taste?
I don't. Why
Nipping at him.
Why do you even say that?
Scott Walker's got the taste of Rand Paul's heel in his mouth and on his tongue. Coming in second place, Rand Paul 25.7%, Scott Walker 21.4%.
Yeah.
Ted Cruz and Dr. Ben Carson
Oh, yeah, good doctor.
almost tied. Then Jeb Bush in fifth place. Fifth place.
He ain't doing no good.
He didn't. He got booed. He bust in supporters.
His mama tried to help him with all this, did she not? How long ago was it? Said, I think we seen enough Bushes in the White House. She loves her children, bless her heart.
Oh, I thought you meant she was like backstage at CPAC, like
What?
wetting a napkin and rubbing a smudge off his forehead.
Well, no.
His mushy forehead.
No. She said she changed her mind recently, she said, but, she had to because he was going to run. But she was trying to save him all this embarrassment and everything else.
He ain't no George W.
No, sir, he is
I'm
not.
sure he's been hearing
No,
that all
sir.
his life.
No, sir, he is not.
So they do not like him at the CPAC. They think he's soft on immigration.
Yeah.
They think he's
soft on it. Look at that face.
They think he's soft on it. He likes the Common Core. He's got a few
Yep.
a few blips in his resume they ain't crazy about. Some Tea Party people think it's time to get away from these dynasties. There's a lot of Tea Partiers. When the Tea Party started, it wasn't like you like George W. Bush in the Tea Party.
Well, I know.
They was against George W. Bush
Yeah.
dressing up in their costumes saying down with Bush or whatever.
Yeah. That's a while back.
Yeah.
It's not
Things
the same. I don't
change.
think it's, they've seen the examples offered and they realize they were wrong on that front. Yeah.
Chris Christie also did not do too good at
Well, that's bridge stuff, everything else. I said a long time ago he hugged Obama, but he was distraught. His whole,
You'd hug whoever's next to you.
after what he went through, looking around at you, all around you at the street. And we know we've been through some rough stuff here too, but I ain't nobody political like him. But next time he got to remember, cameras on you all the time when you take a job like that. So just
If you hugging somebody, you gonna
it's
get
coming
caught.
back to you now.
Romantic, the president, doesn't matter.
That's why
Don't hug.
I thought Chris Christie could be next Republican for the only reason because somebody who ain't Republican might vote for the man. He big fella, big round. Either feel sorry for him or think, oh, he's funny. He can talk and he's Republican, but he ain't what some people call, religious Republican, all that stuff. But I thought he was all we could do. But then that bridge happened, and so he lost a lot of people from that, I think, didn't he?
He got mad about. He gets mad a lot.
Well, maybe when the president gets mad every now and then. Obama just gets smart. He don't get mad. He just gets smart mouth. You know how he does?
Yeah, smart man.
Smart mouth. That's what I call Obama these days. Smart mouth. Now, Christie'd get mad. He'd tell you, shut up. Obama won't do that. He basically tells you, shut up, but he has to come up with some clever, funny, smart way to tell you. That's why I like old Chris. Chris will just tell you, shut up. Go on, Obama got to think of something funny. I know because I win. Or what, all of them things he says.
So Christie ain't doing too well. Ted Cruz, Bobby Jindal ain't doing too well. Carly Fiorina did a good speech, they said. Is she going to come from? Who gives a shit? It's so early. There's no point in talking. We've wasted about 15 minutes sitting there talking about this.
As soon as you said Rand Paul won, that was enough. Yes, you didn't have to say anything else. It's over with. Now, one thing I noticed, Sarah Palin, she was on there and she did a real good job.
What'd she do? She talk stupid and like get confused.
No. See, that's what everybody hope for.
Yep.
She got up there, she decided, I'm going to talk about, she didn't try to do no jokes. First off, that's not her best thing. She used to be good at telling jokes, and then she, I don't know, lost her time and something
People
like that.
can't stay funny forever.
That's true,
Did
but
you watch Grown Ups too?
Well,
What was she drinking this time? She have a big drink?
No, she didn't have no drink.
I thought this time maybe she'd come out with a drink even bigger, like on a dolly.
No,
They'd wheel it out.
no.
Or maybe they'd a giant thing, like huge, like 4 times the size of a human, and they'd wheel that out, and
No.
she'd come up out of that.
No, didn't do anything like that. No, just went out there and talked about veterans and, respect the military. Yeah, she didn't. She didn't make one mean joke. She didn't say anything that somebody would say was racist, like they try to all the time. She just stayed clear of that completely. She didn't say nothing about history, even though she talked about soldiers. I don't know if she mentioned. She probably talked about Iraq War, Afghanistan, stuff like that. But she did fine. She did a good job. Proud of her. Glad she get her head on straight. I was worried about her for a little while. I was worried about her.
But she's back.
But back strong. Seems like she did a good job. Yeah, I'm glad she's back.
Did she talk about Christmas?
Well, it ain't that time of year. It's coming up. Be sure. I always look forward to it every year. Get a nice new book. I can't have enough Christmas books.
Are they all by Sarah Palin?
Well, pretty much those. I think somewhere I got when we used to have youngins over here the night before Christmas, but that's somewhere in a box. I don't know where it is, but I got Sarah Palin Christmas books. Yeah.
Christmas books you really can't leave on you. You got to put those
No,
seasonal.
you put them up. I don't leave her books out, and I don't put them on the little bookshelf I got. They go in with the lights and everything else, so they come out. They're out there under the tree like your presents.
First year you tried to figure out how to put it on top of the tree. That first book you tried to.
Well, I took the cover off and just wrapped it around. Book too heavy to sit up on the top of a tree. I just took the cover off, wrapped around it, up at the top.
It looked good.
Yeah, you take
That's
it
a
back
good tree
there.
that year. You did a good tree.
Well, yeah.
So Leonard Nimoy is dead. CPAC is over, folks. Crazy week.
Yeah.
Jackie, look at the time we're going to get out of this one, unless you have another topic you'd like to
I ain't
explore.
got nothing to talk about, no.
We're going to get out of this in under an hour. I hope somebody ain't got a extra boring job today. We got another picture on Twitter.
Twitter.
Somebody sneak listening. You know how they do sneak
Oh,
listening?
yeah, so
to
it's
us?
how you sneak listens, yeah. And
Yeah, we appreciate getting that picture. Showing. I hope you are still employed.
Twitter's and iTunes
Uh-huh.
and Facebook's. And there was something else, Slatchins. I can't remember what it was.
Snapchat.
Something new I'm trying to remember. So you get on those and you rate and reviews.
Dr. Rotdoc Palindrome at Buttle Rocket
Well,
was sent us a picture of him sneak listening.
I don't know who
He's
that
not really
is.
snake. It's just in his ear. You can see it, but I think he's hiding. He's dressed up nice, wearing a tie. Maybe he works for that same place that the horse gravy man works.
He might, yeah. I don't know.
So, folks, thank you all so much for listening. We really appreciate it.
I hope all of y'all doing all right out there, doing okay.
Yeah, me too. I hope y'all all are doing just fine and great. Great to see you. Thanks for stopping in.
Are we done?
Yeah, that's it.
All right, I'm going to turn it off.
We need a button. We need something funny to go out on.
Well,
We need a button.
hurry up. I got to go to the bathroom.
Well, that'll do.